Hey everybody, welcome back to Academia. We're starting the next school year. It's year number 4. We have 237 students. 237 needing discipline, okay? 237 students that are maybe lost in life. The game updated my flag again. Hi game, hi developers. I know you're very passionate about your country. I am too. All right, so we have we got a whole bunch of flowers here. I'm hoping to see just full on like sidewalk usage here. But this year we are going to get buses going too. We're starting with $26,000. We're going to get $27,000 in a matter of like 5 in-game minutes. 3, 2, 1, done. 54 grand. And I think it's time for some giant expansions. First thing we're going to do is go to research. I'm going to grab a lawyer because in order to expand, we're going to need to buy land. And in order to buy land, you got to have a lawyer. Now, I'm going to make one of these offices the lawyer's office because I don't think I need this many counselors. I mean, granted, we're going to have a lot more students than normal right now, but I don't really think it's necessary to have this many counselors, at least not yet. So lawyer is going to go in like this office over here just to make sure he gets pinned in that last office. Actually, you know what? Let's build another one. I like this being like counselor's row. But like, that's also a legal term too, right? Counsel. Yeah. You need legal counsel. So it's a counselor's, it still works. It's fine. We're going to make his office, what is this? Zones, admin, office, high. It's 5x5 is what it recommends. We're still going to stick to our 4x4 roots. You know, I'm tempted to, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. Brick wall around this. And then we want a door right there. And then what we'll do, once these walls are built, we'll just delete this fence and just have it go all the way to the end. This gives us extra room to expand later too, right? We can just keep this row of offices going if we want to. So let's get the demolish on that, and we'll put in a fancy fence all the way to there. Watch the workmen get trapped. Trap themselves. What a goon. We're going to get buses this year too, so I'm not going to rely completely on, you know, the solid sidewalk gig. For grants, right now we're in the middle of, at least I thought we were. Oh, here we go. Gender neutral toilets. Very easy thing to do. Very quick. I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. And I'm going to have this little bit here. I've got a little tiny common area that's going to be right here. And we're just going to grab floors, concrete tile, and just sort of come up. Something like that. And you know what? Let's just keep the bathroom tile going. Because this is sort of another way to get into the pool area from here is to go through this bathroom. I don't know if I necessarily like the whole idea of going through the bathroom to get there, because most likely that's the pathing the students will take. So why don't we instead change this up just a tad? Let me dismantle these things really quick. If they let me. Demolish that. So I want to go... let's see. I think we'll have the wall be here instead. Yeah. So I would want to demolish this wall. And then we're going to put the wall in here as soon as they get on dismantling this, if they ever get to that. Can I do worker priority? Yeah, this. Can you do this right now? Thank you, please. All right, build concrete brick. Here we go, right there. We'll have the rest of this floor just be concrete. And we're, of course, going to want to move. I would love the ability to move items. I know that that's not really like necessarily a thing in Prison Architect, because technically they are dismantling and reinstalling. But now that I've been babied with the ability to double-click something and move it, yeah. Like, now that I've been babied with that, that would just be a great thing. Just the ability to just be like, double-click and just move it. I would love that. All right, buy land is now available as research. We're going to go ahead and grab that. It's 10 grand. Now, this is going to be our gender neutral bathroom. I'm not entirely sure why that's a necessary thing, but I want to give the students options, okay? I am nothing if not a gracious host. So I'm going to give these students some options. So we're just going to put a row of toilets in the back and this whole big wide open thing, and it's going to be fine. So next we're going to have a door. My hope is if the door is here, they'll want to go this way as opposed to going through the bathroom and around. So they'll only use the bathroom if they actually have to use the bathroom. That's the hope anyway. Let's grab floors once more. Bathroom tile there. And again, I want to... what? I guess that works. There we go. Put that there, please. And we're good to go. So this should be the gender-neutral bathroom. Staff, toilet, toilet neutral. There you are. Gender-neutral bathrooms. Is it necessary to have a door here? I don't think so. I think we could just leave this open. No sense in doors for that. Now, since we've added that bathroom, we probably want to add janitor routing to go in there. I don't have that set up yet, so I'm going to go ahead and edit the route. And let's have one of these janitors just quickly stop in and say hi to this place. And then around you go from there. Let's say workers as well. I think worker routes. We don't actually have a whole lot for worker routes. They're mostly routing through here because this is where stuff breaks the most often. But now that we have a bathroom up here, stuff's going to end up breaking up here. So I think what I'm going to do is... I'm going to take this route number 9 here and have them just visit this bathroom and then come back. So they'll just come up here and then come back. All right. Last thing I want to do is make sure we have adequate rooms for everything. So this is going to need to be a library. We're just going to go with special rooms, I guess. Library here. Done. Make sure we have the proper carpeting. I think we do. Yes, we do. Want to build the concrete all the way down here and all the way over here. Give them proper floors. This is still considered outdoors? I think it is. I think all of this is considered outdoors right now. So we probably want to change that. Let's bring the concrete up to there. Brick walls, we're going to go ahead and just grab you and bring you all the way down. And this should make all of this be indoors now. And then that's the start of the school year, you know? Everything's looking good now. We can expand the cafeteria since we have extra people now. Go one row up, I think. Yeah, it's going to be here. Right, like that. I'm just trying to stay out of the way of the kitchen. And I'm actually thinking about moving that kitchen door to be in line with this, so this whole hallway is like one fluid thing. There we go. And, you know, I'm thinking, why don't we have another food counter? Why don't we have an extra food counter? We'll have another 2 of these plate things. I think, I don't know if we need more of those. Let's hold off on that. I want to move this door. And we're going to have a new door placed here instead. And then this will just be made into a brick wall as soon as workmen get on it. Here we go. And then we'll have the worker priority be here so that they get that done, hopefully. All right, they take out the floors, too. It's like, why? Come on, stop it. Worker priority there. Okay, done. Also, before I forget, the developer of the game stopped by my comment section. That's super cool. Thanks for coming by. Also clearing up some questions. Actually, I don't think you cleared up the clinic thing. But I imagine the clinic thing is probably false because the desk is false. So I just want to get this out of the way right now. We had a couple of commenters come in the previous series, and they made it seem like the more desks you have in a classroom, the better the teaching bonus. Now, I was skeptical on this, but the math supported it in the last series because I had 25 desks, and with 12 students, I had a plus 13 teaching bonus. So that made sense. And now, it just so happens that that was a very good coincidence because the standard teaching bonus is 25. It's all about class sizes, not desks. It's all about class sizes. So I put 40 desks in here, thinking I'd have a bigger teaching bonus. Now, right now, we have 30 kids in each class. Correct? I need to verify that I have that right. Reports. All right, so some classes don't have as many as others. Let me pause it really quick because they seem to have moved, and I don't want them to move. You guys should absolutely be a 30-person class, okay? Good. Now you're going to notice something. 30 class size, 40 seats, plus 13. Now, why is that? I'll get to that math in a second. First, let me fix this because I didn't notice that these guys moved. There should be 30 in each class. Well, juniors will have a little bit more, I think. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Juniors will have just a tad bit more. Sorry, seniors will have a little bit less. That's what it was. We have 57 students in the seniors. So it's about like that. All right, let's talk about this math. Let's debunk this, right? It has nothing to do with desks. Everything to do with class size, which is the way it should be. And when I made the lazy comment, I made the lazy comments with the understanding that it was all about the desks. So I was like, that's a pretty lazy way to do it, right? That was like the lazy from a developmental standpoint. Lazy way to do it. And I still think that if having more of these beds gives you a health bonus, that's also a lazy way to do it. But that's not the way this is. It's about class sizes, and that makes sense because a bigger class is going to be harder to teach individual students, and typically smaller classes have a better educational experience and a better educational turnout for smaller classrooms. That's why we want smaller classes. Each student gets more attention from the instructor that way. This has 40 desks. Now, if you're saying, but Charlie, you just said that 25 is the base bonus for a class. So why do you have 13 satisfactory teaching bonus when you have a 30 class size? Shouldn't you have a -5? And if this was the last school, you would be correct. But two things are affecting this that are giving me bonuses. The first is in research. I have, where is it? Teacher training. This gives every teacher a +5 teaching bonus, which means that every teacher can now have 30 as their flatline baseline, as opposed to 25, right? Every teacher gets a +5. So that is contributing to this score too. So now 30 is the new baseline. Well, Charlie, why do you have a +13 satisfactory? Shouldn't it be 0? Yes, you would normally be correct. Except we also have the Reverend Not Found. I'm thinking Not Found is his name. I'm thinking his name is Not Found, okay? So Mr. Not Found here, Mr. Found, at least I believe it's Mr. Found. One of the perks for Mr. Found is larger class sizes. They increase the number of students we're allowed to have by 50%. So the base is 25. 50% of that rounded up is 13. So I'm getting a 13 teaching bonus just by having this Reverend. Okay? Now my students are more likely to be delinquent. That's why we have lots of smokers and lots of, bullies and things like that, which we are dealing with having increased hall monitors, having counselors, etc. Right? But we're getting this bonus +13 because of this Reverend. So you add the +13 to the new baseline of 30 because of the research, and you get a plus 13 satisfactory bonus here, which is why 29 students gives us a 14 and 28 students gives us a 15. It has nothing to do with desks, everything to do with class size, and I like that. So thank you very much for clearing that up. I appreciate it, because I was going under the assumption that the person in the comments, normally I don't take commenters at face value, right? Normally when someone comes in and they act like they know the game and they tell me something, repetitively especially, I go, okay, well, we'll have to investigate that to see if that's actually true. But the desks matched up for me because I had 25 desks in the last series. And then this one, I put 40 desks in, and I noticed the increase in teaching bonus. And I just assumed it was because I had more desks. But it's all coincidence. The numbers of me adding desks to these classrooms plus the Reverend is what fooled me, right? So awesome. Just awesome coincidences here. All right. So we're going up here with the concrete, and I'm going to add classrooms here too. And we're not going to be able to use those, but what I'm hoping for is we have enough money to start hiring doctorate teachers very soon. But we're going to expand up here so we have more room for the seniors and stuff too, right? One thing I do want to do, as soon as buy land is done, I think I'm going to hire See, I kind of wanted the lawyer to be over here. But I just think this area is fairly clean at the moment. Although I don't know if I necessarily like them putting garbage bags here. It's because all these bins are full. Wow. Okay, hang on. Hang on, sorry. You want more bins? We'll give you more bins. Hang on. Let's face them this way. All right, this bag is in my way. So now the janitors can go through here, grab the bags, and go. Now, one thing I wish would happen, and this is a very minor thing. I have so many little things. So many little things that I wish this game had. Like little tiny user experience improvements. Like, why doesn't the garbage truck get out and get his own garbage? Why do my janitors have to drop everything they're doing and one at a time haul a bag? Also, why does one janitor haul a bag and then go away? Why not just get this done quickly? See, these things are still full, and he's driving away. Why? Come on. That part, a little bit weird. But these are like the little quirks, right? Like, for example, building. Why, when I lay down a wall plan, why can I not just right-click delete that? You can right-click cancel anything you're building. Why do I have to go to an erase function to erase this? It's that little tiny things, man. Like, it's such a good game. It's got such great potential. There's just little things. Grab the administrator desk here. You know what? We're going to give the lawyer a big window. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to give him any window. I'm not going to give this guy shit. We're going to go with a fan right in your face is what we're going to do. And you know what? You got your college degree. I understand. You want to flaunt that. That makes sense. I can't put it on the back wall, though. That's a weird thing. I understand kind of like because you can't see it, but like if I want it behind his desk, I have to resituate the desk. I guess I can put it here, though. I can't put it that way, though. I guess because you wouldn't really see the model in that case. That's probably it. Like, what's the point of putting it? Because it has no tangible function. And I kind of wish many of these decorative items actually had a function, you know? Like the motivational posters. Maybe that just improves motivation slightly. Like, why doesn't a motivational poster increase student motivation? And you can have like a flat rate per room, right? So you can't spam it, right? Just like a flat rate. Oh, there's a +2 to motivation, you know, to the room if it has one poster in it. And then I would put posters in, you know. It looks like we're going to need more janitors. This art room is super messy. How much do I have for sanitation? Like 14 janitors. Is that not enough? Wait, did the new rooms not have routes? You do. You kind of do. Well, the new room doesn't have a route. That's the extra thing. I wish there was a way to add nodes to existing routes. Right? Like, how do I add a node to this route? I can't. So I just have to move existing nodes. So that it really promotes a person to spam nodes. When you're making routes, you want to make a ton of these little nodes because you can't make them again, right? You have to delete the entire route in order to make them anymore. And that part kind of sucks. 35, 28. Yeah. So I have to make a whole new janitor route here, which, I mean, maybe that's part of the design. It's kind of like promoting smaller routes kind of thing. Maybe the logic behind that is that you should have smaller routes and have janitors be focusing on certain areas as opposed to making big, long routes. But at the same time, I think, and this is, of course, a very... My opinions are by no means an expert opinion. Like, I don't even have any sense of grandeur about it, right? Like, I'm not saying this is how it should be. I'm just saying how I would like it to be, you know? And I think it would be an improvement. First off, it's allowing me to delete that node without deleting the entire route. But like from a user perspective, actually, I'm going to go with from a developer perspective as well, because even though I don't have development experience, I feel like I can still speak at least to this much. You would want to cater to as many people as possible to get the game as much playtime as possible, and there's going to be different types of players. And there's players, like me, for example, who want uber control over everything, right? And some things, like the schedule not being able to get updated. See, I can't move that. I can't do anything with this node here. I can only delete the route, not the node, right? I didn't complete this. Wait, I didn't complete it. Stop. I don't want to do this. Move this. No! No! Damn it. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like I can't do anything. I have to start the whole route all over again. All right, got that janitor route sorted. We'll add 2 to there. And I'm going to hire a couple more monitors just to make sure we're watching the place good. We're going to hire like 3 more janitors as well. Let's grab the lawyer, pop him in this office. And what's missing here? Oh, the filing cabinet and stuff. Right. He's going to take that office now. Well, I guess you can have it for now, but we're going to move you over here because this is where I want you. And where I want you means more to me than where you want you. Huh. How do you like that? What kind of floor should I give this lawyer? You can have this old wooden floor. How's that sound, lawyer? And then we'll just remove these zones. So as soon as that counts as an office, lawyer moves over there. There we go. And then we just replace these 2 as offices again. Okay. Good. So we have a lawyer, which means we can buy land. 18,000 is not enough to do that, though. But if I wanted to, same assortment of plots. We'll have to go here first, then we can go up here. But going over here means I can finally get my staff, my lounge and my staff rooms and stuff sorted out. And I want classrooms over here, too, because this is where the seniors are going to be. We're going to move this staff cafeteria over here instead, which is going to open up a pathway where we can have seniors come into the cafeteria on this side. Let me take a look at my utilities really quick. Right now, we're still paying over $1,000 a month on water. So research-wise, I think it's probably best for us to look at getting moisturized water pumps. Oh, now we have 39,000. Right, because our money comes in at 7 a.m. I look at this at the beginning of the day and go, what can I do today? And then it jumps up at 7. I suppose that's like a pleasant surprise, at least. At least it's not taking money away from me at 7. It's taking money away from me at 6, which I can potentially bankrupt myself, even if I have a huge balance. Speaking of which, we can pay off some of this loan. I think we're going to expand this way first before going that way. So I have the money to get rid of this. Also, it looks like to me, and I'm only saying a lot of this stuff because like developer comes into the comments that implies to me that maybe you're hearing me instead of having like the writing, right? So I don't know how this is working, but it looks to me like it doesn't work quite as listed. So the interest on this has dropped to 10% somehow. it was 14% when I took the loan. Daily payment is down to $1,100 a day, but if I go up here, my bank loan payment is $1,150, which is the standard rate that it used to be. Right? So if I take this down, let's say if I pay 25K of this right now, now it's going to say that my daily payment is $600 a day, but watch, every day it still takes out $1,150. So I don't know quite what's going on there. Like, am I actually paying $600 or am I actually paying $1,150? I assume that the finances chart is the law and that the display here is inaccurate, which implies to me that the daily payment isn't actually dropping at all. It's simply saying that it is, but I don't know that. So I'm like also kind of playing with that too. Let's make some more classrooms while we're here, I guess, because we no longer have enough to do the loan. Until motorized water pump is done, then we can eliminate all of these and put in water pumps right here. I think it's probably a good thing, actually, to have our utility area not be just installed in this blank grass. So I'm gonna just maybe make this whole back area here something like this, maybe. This like a utility area, and give it like the look that a utility area would have. All right, good. And then we have $5,000 left now, so we'll have a little bit of extra money when we sell these, and that's when the motorized water pumps are done. And then we can also maybe just get classrooms going the next day, because I'm out of money now. But this will give us an extra $1,000 a day, since we'll be covering our own water expenses. Again, as soon as the research is done. Let's have my workmen get on all of this, please. Can you guys all come out here and do this together as a unit? Can you all come out here and work together, please? Actually, I have some that are on routes, and do they respond? This one doesn't look like it's responding to my priorities. So if he's on a route, he doesn't respond to it. So it's only the workmen that are not on a route. That's probably why stuff is taking a long time to build. I'm going to grab a couple more workers so I can get building going quicker. Because when I go and do this, right, it's going to need a lot of building, and I want it done quickly. Time is money and all that. So we caught a lot of bullies. We caught a lot of smokers. We're catching a lot of delinquents, which is part of this whole playthrough. If we go to reports and go to delinquency, we're going to see we have 11 smokers, 2 bullies, and 1 truant. I was told, again, I take these comments with a grain of salt, because I don't know how they work. So again, if those who know would clarify, I'm told in a comment that these guys don't actually get any counseling at all, unless you assign them manually. Which is kind of like, that's kind of meh to me. I wish that was the default, right? Detention, move to counseling. I wish that was a default. So, because counseling is what's going to correct their behavior. And if that's the case, I actually need more counselors. So I probably shouldn't have paid that much of the loan left. I do like how, for the most part anyway, our rooms are all pretty clean. The hallways get dirty. I mean, that's understandable because they're moving around, but it's in the middle of the day. My janitors should really stay later too. Janitors should stay later. They should come in the afternoon, like around maybe 11 or so, actually. And then, stay until like 9 or 10. Because then the whole day, it starts clean. Hello, chair. Random student chair. When did I place you there? I kind of like that. This little big strip. This should be a flooring type. Like a caution strip. I'm kidding. I mean, seriously, more colorful, more floor options and stuff would be kind of cool. And I wish there would be benefits for floors. You know, like grass I shouldn't be able to place grass indoors, that kind of thing. Flower pots. Beautification. I don't think you get any prestige bonus at all from actually having these things. It's just for the grant. Which lawyering is done, so let's grab that. Full court press is done. Let's grab that. You could have done this a long time ago, Charlie. Yeah. Yeah, I probably could have. School expansion. Transportation, I think, is where we're going to go from here. Transportation sounds like a great idea. It sounds like a lot of money, but it also sounds like a good idea. So let's grab student transportation. We'll have that be the next research. Go up to buses. And we'll pay for the transportation. I'm thinking, since that research is done, it's 3 o'clock. Let's go ahead and sell all of our water pumps. And now we're going to go with the motorized pump instead. And we can just place that like right against the back here. Motorized pump. Boom, boom. Those 3, I think, cover all of us. I cover everything we have. I don't know that, but I think it does. Let's get it installed so I can see. So right now we're covering 300, 600. Okay, so it's 300 each. Got it. So right now we need 3 more. Objects, motorized pump. 1, 2, 3. And get worker priority on that. So now we're covered with water. We'll be making more money every day. Bam. Smoker's been caught. Let's make sure. Actually, I think they have to go to the principal's office first. Anyway, so the comment said that the way detention and stuff works is they're automatically brought to the principal's office, right? And if they're given detention, then they'll go to your detention room, right? But the detention room, it doesn't actually fix the behavior, from what I'm told. The details aren't really discussed here, but it doesn't look like they actually fix the problem. It's mostly just like a punishment mechanism. The punishment mechanism like should be a deterrent, but I've got these kids assigned to counseling so that we can, help correct their behavior. $4,000 for a counselor. It's so expensive. We're actually starting to fill up our garbage too. We are going to need a bigger garbage area, I guess. Yeah. All right. We'll go like this. It's okay. We're going to get more money tomorrow. Floors, gravel. Extend this up. We could probably just extend it to here. I don't want a ton of gravel, but I do want the garbage to no longer be laying out in the open like this. Warning, your funds are running low. Okay, school bus just completed. So pause it. This is another thing I want to see. So I have $416. I'm going to save it really quick. I'm just going to save it as episode 7 of prison. And I want to see if assigning the buses right now does anything, and if it does it charge me right away? So school bus usage. Here's another thing I think is, I wasn't saying lazy, but for this, it's actually more complicated this way. It would be easier if I would simply be paying for a bus. So every bus can have a maximum capacity. At least that's what I would like it to be. It doesn't look like that's the way this is. Every bus should be able to hold a maximum occupancy. I think maybe like 30 students. Seems reasonable. 25 students maybe seems reasonable. And for every increment over that, I should be charged a flat rate per bus per day. I don't see why it's charging me per student. Like if I put 0 here, which I can't do, I guess. Oh, you can't type it. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. You can't type it. So back to my previous thing. Give me an add all or take away all button. So yeah, like having a bus. Let's say we have an empty bus here, right? So there's five kids in that bus. Why does it cost me more to have? Why does it cost me $12 more to have 6 kids in that bus instead of 5 kids? I don't understand why that is. A flat rate per bus makes way more sense. So $28.44 is what I'm going to end up paying. It doesn't look like I get charged for that. But do the kids still come in on the bus? I think not. I think they're going to walk today. The bus probably pings at 6. I wonder if that's the reason why the bus charges you at 6. I think that's the reason why they charge you at 6 for the buses. Because if they didn't charge you at 6, then you could technically, at the end of the day, you could remove all the kids from the bus, right? And then at the beginning of the day, you could put them back on after the charge pings. So like, it would allow you to take all the kids away and then put them back before the charges happen, and then you wouldn't have to pay for it. In other words, they would get brought to school, you would take them away from the bus, you know, it would go through the cycle of where it charges you, and then you could bring them back to the bus and rinse and repeat that every day, and you'd never have to pay bus fees. So they have it to where they charge you for the buses immediately at 6 a.m. And if you didn't pay at 6, then they don't run the buses that day. That's cool. I still don't get why my bulk payment is done at 7 then. Because there's still the complication of being bankrupt, even though I have a huge profit, right? All right, I think I'm going to leave this video here. We have 0 expenses on utilities now. It wasn't really that big of a deal because of the windmills and stuff, so the wind turbines and stuff. So we're going to expand over here. Probably in the next video. Yeah, I think I'll let this run till the end of the school year. And we'll come back in the next video with a whole bunch of money. I will most likely be researching, and by most likely, I mean I am, researching better teachers. And then we're going to start hiring the best of the best in staff. We're going to max out our classrooms so that we'll have 40 kids in every single classroom. And we'll have a whole bunch of other classrooms too. And we'll end up with like 1,000 kids in the school when we're done with it, I think. I think that's my goal. Hit 1,000 kids. Shouldn't be that difficult, honestly. But maybe the amount of applicants you get kind of like starts to plateau near the end. I don't know. Either way, take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. It's been fun. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. One more thing before the peanut gallery gets me for this, because I know you're waiting on your keyboards, ready to comment. I get it. I can see it. Look, bus. General school bus. Now, you can have freshman, sophomore, junior, senior school bus. Yes, you can. I don't see a point to it, though. So, seniors, freshmen, everyone, this is your bus stop. Okay? Look, the bus stop has been made. And then we can find the buses, the benches for this. Yeah, the benches. See? Benches. Benches for days. Right? And then we put a bus stop here and here because we can. Okay? There. You don't have to comment and tell me I missed it, because I got it. Take care. Bye.